To a really strange part of Brooklyn. This is Red Hook, and we're at where the wild beers are, which is kind of like it's a collaborative beer festival, so everyone's had to bring some sour beers to this place to be able to try everyone else. You get these little tickets for every day you bring, so you get a certain amount of tokens for them. You get a cool little glass as well. Most importantly, you get a free drink when you come in. So this is actually Cantillon's Classic Booze. It's a bit of an unusual one to find on draft all the way out here. Cantillon is really highly regarded in America, at least as some of the best goose producers. I've had this one before, but never actually on draft, weirdly enough. So it does come out quite cold. There is no head on it, it's relatively flat in terms of carbonation, as it's kind of classical, but it's this kind of nice swirling kind of straw into it. You can almost kind of see the good yeast kind of floating around, which is cool, and you see it kind of coats the glass with like a fine layer of it too. So yeah, let's go for a bit of a nose. It's a very typical booze nose, and it's so smooth, to be honest. There's not too much acetic notes in there. It's just a nice, funky, lemony, very, like I said, classic nose to it. And it does smell damn good, so cheers everyone. And it's nice and effervescent on the tongue. It's just the right side of tart. It's just slightly sour, but not overpoweringly so. It's a nice lemon flavour on the tongue, and a little bit of funk on the forefront of the palate. It's just a classic beer, and it's done really well. So this is an easy 9 out of 10. It's just the ultimate goose, and I think it is. And so they think as well, it seems. So we'll go through the day and we'll see what we can find. There's wild, wonderful things here. I brought a Cascade of the Vine, which is again just kind of a quite highly regarded beer, but a sour from America. I also brought a Boone Marriage Parfait from 2009, so there's a little bit of age to it. And there's plenty. I mean, the list was going on and on. Just an A to Z of beers that you want to try that are sour, to be honest. So we'll see you in a few beers, to be honest. We've got quite a few to go through today. Cheers. Hello, and welcome back to where the wild beers are with their beer reviews. What I have here is Allagash's Coolship Red. It's I suppose a cool shipped beer, so a typical in the style of lambics. Spontaneously fermented by natural yeast. Ale that's been aged in oak barrels for 6 months, I believe, with raspberries, I think. And it's quite a rare one, this, and everyone's grabbing it while it's there, so I thought I'd get a glass while it's on beer as well. As you can see, it is a completely product, I think. It's kind of a neon red, it's really vibrant, claret red, almost maybe an orange. Kind of straddling the two, orangey, reddy, pinky, that sort of spectrum. Really, really vibrant colour. There is quite a bit of carbonation to it. It's pouring bubbles when they were poured. And the first few pours were just froth, pretty much, bless them. And they've only given an ounce for these because it's quite rare. So I'll get a nose. Oh, you can certainly smell raspberries in this. It smells really fruity, but just a little bit of tart, acetic note at the end of it. Not much in the way of funk going on, but certainly in the way of tart. So cheers, all. Let's give it a try. Really acidic, actually.
We have some pretty interesting beers that will be opened up at Station
It's really acidic, this one.
3 of the most recent Goose Island sours that
really tart across the tongue. They just get a little hint of raspberry towards the back end of it, but not a huge amount. It's actually just really quite acidic and tart.
And then Lolita, which I'm not really sure what it is, but it's also very, very good.
Not much way in the way of funk, but it's just kind of... It's got a little bit of sweetness from raspberries, but very acetic. I'm not entirely sure if it's that brilliant. I think it's probably about an 8 out of 10. Just lacks a little bit of kind of Brett, a bit of the funk from Brett in it. It's just kind of acetic and raspberry-like. But still, I see why some people like it. Allagash Coolship Red, 8 out of 10. See you in a bit. Hello and welcome back to Where the Wild Beers Are. This is my mum. She's found a beer she likes. She's been a good mum there. This is Evil Twins. Evil Twins Femme Fatale Yuzu Pale. So it's a slightly funky one. This one with yuzu, which is a Japanese citrus fruit in. So, mum, would you like to give her an aroma?
Citrus.
Yeah, it's really. I thought it had a really kind of sweet citrus note to it, like satsumas or something like that. Really sweet oranges. Would you like to give it a try, mum? She likes to take the mic. Brilliant. Right, swap over to me then. Okay, so on the nose. Yeah, it's got a little bit of kind of barnyardy, blankety smells, a little bit of kind of earthy funk though, but it's just got nice sweet, apricotty, tangerine sort of flavours on the nose. So cheers, and let's give it a try. Oh, I didn't mention the colour. It's really straw yellow sort of cloudy as anything. Lots and lots of carbonation, nice head on this too. So cheers. Yeah, and it's quite sugary sweet on the palate, but almost like brown sugar. Definitely taste the citrus, lots of tangerine and apricot in that, and the really earthy, barnyardy, funky horse blanket sort of note underneath it all. It's not particularly sour or tart, it's just kind of funky. Unlike this one, it's really easy sipping, it'd be a really good one for people to get into. I definitely have another bottle of this, and it's quite readily available-ish. So let's give this one a 9 out of 10. I really recommend trying this one if you can get your hands on it in England. It's a super easy sipping one. It's really nice. Cheers. We'll go to where the wild bears are. This beer we have now is Brooks by Sierra Nevada and Ocean River. It's like a collaboration between the two. I don't know if this one was the original 2011 batch or this is a modern one, but essentially this is just it's kind of a golden ale. It's been fermented with Brettanomyces oxalensis alone in the bottle, and the idea is you age it and it will just gain and change in flavour over time with the aging. So I'm not entirely sure how old this one is, having said that, but what we get is like a nice orange colour, really kind of deep and rich orange, obviously cloudy because it's refermented bottle. Nice good lacing on the head as well. So going for a nose. It's actually quite marmalade, quite jammy. Doesn't particularly smell sour. It just smells really like a jar of marmalade. So yeah, cheers. Give it a try. And actually, on the palate, it's pretty much the same. It tastes like marmalade, with just with a tiny hint of funk underneath, just a little bit of barnyard yeast smell that comes through in the flavour. But it's actually, again, a really super easy sipping one. As quite a few of these, to be honest. But it's just a little sweet, a little bit jammy marmalade in it. I wonder if it just needs to bottle condition for a little while and let some of the funk come through, and there's some of that sugary sweetness to kind of fade away a bit. I'd probably give this an 8 out of 10. I do like it. I definitely do like it. It's just a little bit airy on the sweet side and just not pumped up enough for me as of yet. So there we go. Until the next beer review. Cheers. Welcome back. We have another one. This is Captain Lawrence's Brosserie Marron. This is a local company to New York. This is a dark sour. It's been aged on grapes. So as you can see, it's kind of murky brown again. Lots and lots of stuff floating around in it. This one's been open for a while. It got put on the free table, and I can't believe it has because why not spoil your local breweries? But cheers, let's give it a try. Give it a nose first. It smells quite sweet, with a tiny just prickle of tartness, but mostly kind of sweet and slightly breathy as well. So let's give it a try. On the palate though, it does quite taste a bit like red wine, really, like a tart and funky red wine. Like, you know, I won't want to say corpse wine, but a soured wine. It's got a nice bit of complexity because it's a little bit sweet as well at the beginning. You get a nice acetic tartness and it kind of finishes on bread with this kind of great red winey flavour all the way through. It's pretty nice to be honest, I quite like it. I give this one a 9 out of 10. It's certainly in the top third of what we tried today. We've had some illustrious ones today. So thank you for watching. Cheers. Hello, welcome back to where the wild beers are. I have with me here Cascade Brewing Company's Figaro. I am not entirely sure what it is, but I know that Cascade pretty much only do lots of bacillus fermentation, so they tend to be quite acetic rather than brettatic. So it's a nice golden colour really. It's got loads of gunk flowing down inside it, loads of bits of bacteria. It's on the nose. Yeah, it smells pretty tart. It smells acetic. I liked it. Maybe hints of citrus in there too, but overall it's quite acetic palate really. So cheers everyone, let's give it a try. And the same on the palate really. It's distinctly very acetic to be honest, with a little bit of orange behind it. But it's not particularly complex, it's quite simple in the way it is, and I quite enjoy that. It's not too OTT in terms of flavours, not much pushing it away. I'd suggest it's pretty much just a straight lactic fermented beer with no additions in. I might be wrong, and if it is that, it's a pretty good one. I'd give this an 8.5 out of 10. It's a nice beer, nice sour it is, and we've had loads of good ones today. Now I'm going to try and rush off and get Tower of Darkness by the brewery, so bear with me. Hello, welcome back to Bear Beer Reviews, where the wild beers out. And we have another one by the brewery here. This is Tart of Darkness which is a stout that they produce, and they've oak-aged it with kind of house blended bugs and bacteria. It is kind of a purpley colour, really. It's just about opaque, but it's kind of got a purple twinge to it. And a nice kind of lacing on the head as well. And Cox only about 5.6, I believe, so it's not too strong. It looks pretty good, so on the nose. Oh, it definitely has roast in there. It's like a roasted toasty, maybe kind of coffee note in it. And then you get the usual funk notes, the kind of post blanket notes, and a tiny bit of tart acidic note to it as well. It smells really nice, to be honest. So, cheers. And on the palate, first thing you get is the tart acidity. You then get a little bit of the bright funk, and then on the back of the palate, at the end of the palate, you get roast. You get that kind of odd stouty flavour at the back, kind of chocolatey. It's interesting. It's definitely really interesting. Not had anything like it. Actually, the more I think about it now, the more I'm getting chocolate through. Pretty nice, to be honest. I think I'll give this a good 9 out of 10. Really, nice beer. Nice beer. Cheers. Hello, welcome back to where the wild beers are. There's a massive rush. They had literally a four side by side of Cascade Brewing Company's beers. They had Vlad the Impaler, the Apricot, the Blueberry, and the Vine. Not my Vine, so I can wait until later for that one. I managed to grab the Apricot whilst it was going, and you can see it is apricot in colour, wonderful amount of head on it, good lacing. I was first pour on this, which is always cool. So we'll go for a nose on this. Yeah, it's definitely apricot. It's like fresh apricot skins, like when you smell an apricot and it's just holding in your hand, it's that. Along with a little bit of acidity on the nose too. It kind of just prickles the nose a little bit of kind of vinegary notes. So, cheers, let's give it a try. Oh, my mum had this and she had it before I tried it. Her lips puckered like anything. It's like, it inverted her face pretty much because it is super tart. Really, really acetic. Lots of acid in there. I keep saying acetic, but it's lactic, so they do lactobacillus fermentation, but lots of lactic acid just sculptures the tongue. But then afterwards you get that onrush of sweet flavours, you get apricot all above all of that, you get this wonderful apricot tone. It really just does taste like apricot. And I know they use a lot in it, so they better taste like apricot. But it's great. It's just so acetic, it's so sweet and apricotty as well. It's just a perfect blend and really well. I really like this. 9.5. Great hit. Really nice. And I could just see 2 of the bottles are just leaving now, so it's been about 30 seconds since they pops the corks on them. Pops the corks on them, and they're already going to be finished. Crazy, huh? Crazy. So, there you go for Bear Reviews. Cheers.